You can be quiet.
I think last time you said fill in the dead air.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a drink. I'm dry. I talked a lot today.
Still says upcoming.
Yeah, it's not. And it's summer, so you know our views are down and stuff. I don't see anybody in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I could post
It's 6 waiting.
I could post a hi. Just to see.
There we go.
Oh, is it going?
No
now?
ad. Yeah.
I'm not going.
Okay. Yep, you're good.
Okay. Hey friends, happy Wednesday, Friends Day. We're gonna paint a little Bumblebee and Crocuses on a slightly bigger wood panel. I painted this about a year ago. There's a Traceable on my website, and I use the Traceable. AnnieTroe.com. You go to classes, and then I think there's a little drop down, and it says, I don't even know what it says, like more Traceables or something. It's not the easiest, best way. We're gonna fix it someday. And then you scroll down, there's tabs by subject. I think it's like flower, bugs, dancers, and gnomes. It's kind of a catch-all category.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm thinking of it, I traced on the back of the Traceable with black chalk pastel. And then drew on it with a ballpoint pen. I'm probably actually getting ahead of myself. Emily, who's here with me tonight, is yawning behind the camera.
Hello.
We're going to fly over to my art table and get started right away. Oh, and Freckles.
Freckles is right in the sunspot.
Yeah, right in the sunspot. At least I looked this time. I scared the crud out of her right before we went live. Oh, no.
Oh, Tubi.
Oh, no.
Tubi.
Here, we'll just fly and see what happens.
Put her on camera and she'll leave.
Here, get off my cords. Get off my cords. Get off. She's not getting off. I'm going to step around her. Maybe she'll, whoops, get annoyed. I'm all tangled in the cords. So that's an inexpensive rug that Emily found, I think, on Amazon. Oops.
I think so, yeah.
I'm super tangled in the cords because of Freckles. Sorry, guys. And it's really nice. I mean, I used to use a vinyl tablecloth, but if I drop a brush, no, you're not helping, I don't think. Or a painting, oh, I'm already over.
Yeah.
Then it, you know, I don't care if it hits the inexpensive rug, it doesn't hit the carpet. The vinyl tablecloth worked pretty well. It got kind of thin and worn, holes in it.
Yeah, when Freckle would peel out of the room, it would, it had so many little claw marks in it.
Yeah, it still worked really well. Sorry guys, lots of wiggling. I'm trying to, it looked fine when I set it up. And now it's a little, and it won't change. Okay. Okay, so this is a 5 by 5 inch cradled wood panel from US Art Supply. I couldn't get the 1.5 inch thick ones. I think this is 3/4 inch. I like it. Just like the thicker ones are a little more sturdy. Yeah, 3/4 inch. They're sturdier if you stand them on a shelf. But this will stand. Now you can even see it wobbling. A little deeper too here, so I'm not sure how, if I'm, I will put a hanger on it, so I'm not totally sure how I'll do that. I put clear gesso on it. Oh, I've got a mint too because I'm so dry. I use all Liquitex products because I know, I mean, I would think you'd be safe with pretty much any liquid or acrylic product. Mm-hmm. Except for like there are some, like I don't know if you want to mix open products that with regular acrylics because it might not do what you think it's going to do. And I haven't tested them. That's not, you know, I can't be held accountable for whether that actually works or not. But I just use all Liquitex. I know they work. I don't think about it. I started with putting a few little values on after I used my Traceable. I just traced it with a ballpoint pen. Okay, we'll go over the colors. We're not using all primaries. I do a lot of paintings with what I call primaries because I use Quinacridone and I'll use different blues. So no surprise though, phthalo blue-green shade. That's this blue. Some of them are heavy body. I don't know if they come, I don't think the phthalo blue comes in the basics. Prism violet for convenience, I could have mixed it. Quinacridone magenta, here that's a basics and I'm going to stop showing you the tubes. Mars black, titanium white, cad yellow, medium hue. Oh, There's another one. I put this out because it's just a fun color. I don't know if I really needed to. Vivid lime green. And the background is bright aqua green and some phthalo blue green shade. I guess I'm showing you most of the tubes. I just took this 3/4 inch flat brush and put bright aqua green and some white and smeared it on, and then maybe stuck the corner of my brush in a little of the phthalo blue green shade because it's really strong and dark. Smeared that on, you know, as much as I can while I'm holding it, dry it with a hair dryer, and then just finish it and play with it till I'm happy. There's a little green in there too, a little yellow. Okay. I've painted this. This is more close to the version I painted a year ago with the yellows. In case you guys here, maybe you want a screenshot. Okay, this is going to be an ornament. On the landing page for my Traceable, scroll down a little bit on the right, and there's a link to how I wire these. I just drill it. It's a canvas panel that I drill. Okay, what else? I'm going to use little brushes tonight. And maybe this 1/4 inch angle brush from Simply Simmons. It's a number 4 round from Princeton. I'm kind of throwing them. 3/0 Royal and Lane Nickel. It's their Zen line. It's really, really little. You have to say it in that voice. And then just because sometimes I switch brushes and I don't really need it. This is a 2/0 from US Art Supply. Really expensive, came in a pack. Okay, that sets the table.
Really inexpensive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I say expensive?
It sounded like expensive.
It's really cheap.
Really cheap. Let's see. So far in the chat tonight, we have Gravy with his like, share, and subscribe.
Hey, Gravy.
We have Cindy, Deborah, Chase with his $9.99 and his little goat emoji.
Hey, Chase.
And I think that's...
I said Chase, not Chase Man.
Chase Man.
Hey, Chase Man. Thank you, thank you.
And Deborah said, she said, hello, I thought I was going to miss. We lost power early Sunday.
Ooh.
That's like 3 days ago and just got it back just in time. Well, thanks for coming and hanging.
Yeah.
Oh, and Coral. Coral just popped in.
Oh, hey. I've been seeing you guys online. Thank you for coming. So I've painted, I'm getting ready for a show, which a lot of you guys know, our besties know. And so I've painted several. I got a couple ornaments. I'm going to have a couple of 5x5s. And I still haven't figured out the fastest way to do this. I'm laughing because I think I've done it different every time. This time I put in some highlights, but I don't know if that's really going to do it either. And I get it right into the weeds right away when I need to be doing big areas of color. And I grabbed one of my favorite brushes, the number 4 round from Princeton. I think I'm just going to start, let's start with the straight up out of the tube Prism Violet. You could totally mix a pretty purple with phthalo blue green shade, phthalo blue ultramarines, and the quinacridone. You can mix a really pretty purple. But there's kind of a dark area that might need a couple coats anyway. That goes kind of right here. We're going to start with the dark. Or no, we already did some of the light. So I timed it when I did the other 5x5. And so I knew I needed to have a little bit of a start to get it done in an hour and a half. I don't remember what you called me for, Em. That was what I was timing.
What did I call you?
Just the other day. Oh, we talked to each other too much.
I called you.
It might have been the rugs. Emily power washed some of my rugs that are outside.
Oh, I think I did. I came and I got the rugs.
Yeah, I think that's what that was. They look so good. She had pickup and delivery service.
Yeah. Well, you dropped off the air compressor for Chase's tire.
Well, I was going to the bank, so it was
Yeah.
totally on my way. But yeah, I did. I put it in your garage too.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
That's service.
It's nice to have family in town. Although it can be a bummer because then I ask you for help.
Yeah, I did. Chase's car is the car we use the most. So mine stays pretty pristine, but you know, like, we'll eat snacks in Chase's car. So I sucked up quite a few, like, Cheez-Its from the cracks of the no man's land where like literally your keys will just disappear in a second in between the seat and the console.
Yep. You did a lot of things.
Yeah, so I did, and then I also I haven't even the floor mats haven't been touched since like all the salt and sand from winter and stuff. So I blew out the garage and I cleaned out the car. It was fun.
It can be. If you're in the mood and you just do it.
Yeah.
And you can feel like you got a lot done. You've got some activity.
Well,
you got some exercise.
Well, yeah. And so I thought I was just going to really do that to Chase's floor mats. Because he just has those rubber ones, so it's pretty slick. The rubbery ones and then the your rugs. But then I was like, oh, shoot. I've got the little rug that's in our garage before you go in the house. And then I have the rug right inside the garage door, so I did those.
It keeps growing.
Yeah, it does.
It always does. I might, when I painted the last two, I did a little bit more efficiently, but I realized I probably should work left to right so I don't drag my hand through the wet paint.
Gravy says, wow, I was thinking this little painting would be a fast painting and would take up the whole hour, ...
It would for pretty much everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I should have people do is post how long this took you to paint.
Yeah.
And then instead of who's the fastest, we have a contest to see who's the slowest.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just not speedy. And I was trying, I painted 3 already. Well, I painted it a year ago, but that doesn't help me too much because I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I painted 3 already and I'm still not very fast. I think I'll just leave that solid.
I barely caught it. And I know you said that when you were, when we were texting a little bit today, but we're getting more weather. And I saw it at the gym. Oh, just rain. I saw red, I thought.
Oh, did you? I haven't.
And red never means good.
Red doesn't mean, red's bad.
Yeah. Oh, look. But maybe that was
red
more
means like
south.
going to my storm shelter.
Maybe that was a little south. We'll see. Because they do cover, our weather service covers a large swath.
I was thinking like late morning tomorrow.
Yeah. I hope just not 4 a.m. early. I don't need that.
Yeah,
that means I have to get up to make sure Maya eats.
Oh, she'd be okay if you didn't. You just
Well, that just means Mang will eat it, and then Mang will throw it up somewhere because she ate 2 meals.
Oh, those are Emily's cats. I know most of you guys know, but
the kitties.
A bigger brush will go faster. I'm kind of doing this like I would do a color pencil project.
It is, yeah.
Pencil, color pencil, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's nice though is there you can see the transparency of the orange. So I went over the white, I get a pretty good orange color. It's a semi-transparent color. But then I also get like a neat shadow where it goes over the blue. That's where the transparency can be fun. You can play with it.
Oh.
Yeah, I will not be offended if you guys come back later so you can fast forward. Go do chores. I get it. A lot of times I have art videos just running in the background.
I need something running in the background.
I like that too. A book or an audiobook or something. I like that. I forgot what I was going to say. It wasn't important. I do like that you have that option.
Gravy says, we're supposed to get rain the next 4 days.
4 days? Oh, no.
This is saving me on. I have yet to turn my sprinklers on. I know last year I turned the sprinklers on before Mother's Day.
I think is this the wettest May ever for Omaha?
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty close, so I don't know if it broke it yet. You would think. Oh, yeah, Deborah says, I am so over the storms after this week. Yeah, and she said that she lost power for days.
Lots of the country have had tornadoes. I've been hearing Texas and Oklahoma and...
Ugh, yeah.
I can't remember. I mean, it gets to be where oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the rain, I guess. I don't mind the rain because then I'm not turned on the sprinklers yet. But I don't like the storms.
Especially in the middle of the night.
No.
I do like that the phone goes off and it's nice and loud.
Or I go off, I text you. Did you hear that?
My phone went off. Yeah, my phone
went
off first. Then the civil civil service sirens?
Then the sirens outside.
Yeah.
We all like just fell in succession of each other.
Well, and there's a siren, not too terrible. Of course, there's a lot of sirens all over Omaha.
Yeah. Yeah. There was one that we noticed that's basically just like it's like its own little tower on a dirt mound. It's so funny. I'll have to show it to you sometime. Because I think they've kind of flattened the land around it to like eventually put something there, but they haven't figured out they haven't lowered the siren yet because it didn't matter before.
It reminds me of the cell tower at a grade school that they then wrapped and made it very white and chubby and then put a flag and a gold ball on the top. And I'm like, you really just probably shouldn't put a cell tower in a school parking lot.
Yeah.
I suppose the school district makes some money. I don't blame them for wanting some money. And I don't know that that's any of that. I don't know if that's true at all.
Yeah, why is
I don't know.
You would just assume.
I assume, but I don't know.
I would assume.
I keep forgetting I can pick it up. I'm behaving like this is a video. One of my time lapsers. Here, maybe we want to, before I get too far. I am not, so crocuses I think are like pink or purple. I'm making mine both pink and purple.
Gravy says the storms are building just east of the Rockies right now, heading east. Should be here a little after midnight.
Oh, did you see Gravy's post in the Annie Troe Art Friends Facebook group? He's done one or two lighters. I'm not sure because I lose track of what everybody's done. But he did a lighter and cut it out and turned it, and then his shading was wonderful. You know, his shadow.
Yeah.
This is going to be so art geeky nerdy, but his drop shadow on that lighter was to die for. Oh, I have goosebumps. It was so good. And
Yeah,
I
did
love
see
the
that.
video he did where he turned it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That was good.
That made my day. So I either embarrassed you to death, Gravy. Goes by a different name in the group, so maybe he's got a little, and he'll be a little anonymous.
Yeah, anonymous. Deborah says, I'm in Kentucky. Trees were down all around us and couldn't get out of the neighborhood.
Oh God, that's so scary.
Oh, yeah. We haven't, I think, and another, friends that live in another part of town. I mean, I guess it's a city, like, you know, same city, 30-minute drive or whatever. But they were saying that the last time there was a storm here, they had a lot of like tree limbs down, but I don't think we did where we are.
Well, when it's so wet, even if you get a 60-mile-an-hour wind, sometimes it'll blow the old ones. Down.
That happened at Chase's and my apartment, the apartment we had together. Like it didn't seem that stormy.
No, but the ground's so wet. Yep.
Oh, because like there was just one. I don't know. I mean, like older tree.
It could have been sickly too.
Yeah, it wasn't like that old of a tree though, you know, but still a decent sized tree, and just like all the roots just ripped up out of the ground, so, and like perfectly landed where it didn't hit anyone's cars or anything.
Yep. I'm just thinking shape. You know what I didn't say is I'm assuming you guys know this. A lot of yellow, just a little bit of quinacridone to make an orange. That's the only color I mix besides my greens. The greens are yellow with a little phthalo blue. These two greens are. It just occurred to me that I didn't talk about my mixes. Yeah, I forget that if it's wet, sometimes that's a problem.
And that's so sad because all the like old trees, you know.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get a tree like that back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't want it on your house either.
That too, yes. Yeah, no.
So, like, I keep playing with it. Just kind of up and down in values, different colors, just keep playing with it.
Dee says she's also in Kentucky. In 3 minutes of hard rain, wind, hail, and hail, we were lucky. Oh, yeah, we had that last week.
I'm glad you were lucky.
Yeah.
Everybody should be lucky. It was a little unnerving after our tornadoes. Gosh, it's been a while now.
Couple weeks.
Has it been a month yet?
A month, maybe.
When I was going by a store, and then State Farm had set up this drive-through for cars, and I don't know how to describe it, but it was basically a pop-up store where you could go in, pull the doors open like a regular store.
Yeah.
But it was a weird,
propped
up sort of metal-sided, tinted top building for where the insurance agents were. like, oh, geez. You know,
there was a trailer.
You know you're hit by... Well, then it had a big semi.
Yeah.
Sitting there, too.
There's a big trailer elsewhere.
It was kind of creepy.
That I saw that's, like, one you can, like, go in. That was a pop-up for, like,
Yeah, this had a trailer, too.
What's the disaster? FEMA?
Disaster,
it was FEMA's
yeah.
trailer.
Oh, was it FEMA? I haven't.
Yeah, and there's, like, FEMA signs still up in our gym or whatever.
It just makes me so sad.
I know.
It's kind of creepy.
Ooh, that's a pretty color.
I'm trying to remember to hold it up.
Carmen says, just jumping in while we are slow at work. I learned so much watching Annie.
Oh, good. It's for those who like real-time painting. Hanging out with me while that's all why I go to work. I do all the paintings I do are for work. Oh, I got another cow. Shoot. I can't remember. I never can remember the name of the company. Diamond Art Club, maybe? There's a couple different companies.
Oh, like the little gems things?
Yep.
Ooh.
Another cow. So I think, I've had several of them go. Mm-hmm. And it's like till 2027, so I never know when it's going to hit the market. Mm-hmm. I'm not on their website. I need to figure out I need to remember which one it is.
Mm-hmm. Send people out on the hunt. Send us a picture.
Well, I was just looking to see if it's on the website.
That too.
No, I'm not in stores yet on that one. But they've been interested in my art. It's the same company. Huh.
Gravy says, thank you, Annie, for the compliment. Heart emoji. Glad you like my colored pencil drawing.
Oh, I love that one. It was fun. It was so fun that you cut it out partially, so it looked like it defied. It made your brain go, what?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it defied gravity, but that's maybe they made it does fit. When I'm painting, well, just in general, I don't always come up with the right word. Oh, okay. It's lifting up, so I'm getting the purple. So I'm gonna try to patch it and let it dry. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's not even gonna work. Let's just leave it alone. I'm making it bigger. I don't know if you can see it. Right about there. Yeah, so when I painted this before, I painted like a lot of the... Oh, I could. I was going to paint the greens, but I can move on to this one. Oh, you know what I could do? Maybe if it's still wet. I kind of play with a little white highlight that blends in. Oh, it is still kind of wet enough. And then muck with it. Oh yeah, I kind of like that. So like I covered it up, I put it back in, I cover it up. I don't recommend you paint that way. I'm just saying I do. Because I don't know. I kind of look at it and then make a decision. Mm-hmm. Let's put a little more yellow on there. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, let's move on to let's let that dry. Oh, I forgot part of it though. So right before the live, I put out more paint and I sprayed it and I mixed more puddles so it'll last a little longer. I've got fans and things going. It's kind of fun. Make that a little different maybe.
I like that.
Stop. It's good. Just stop.
You have 5 minutes to our normal.
Oh, thank you. I'm not even thinking about it.
It's going fast today.
I like the simple background. I haven't done it in a while. I mean, it's kind of my sweeping sky, except for I just pretty much have a V shape going. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you could paint a plain background, but sometimes that just adds a little more entertainment and interest. I was looking for something else to show you. I really like it. Oh, here, this one kind of has the sweeping sky that I do. That's in the cloud video. If you go under most popular videos on my channel, the beginning of that video is the sweeping sky. But I really like this one. It just says, it just points you right into the painting.
Freckle needs to scoot back. Her sunspot is shifting. It's leaving her in the shadow.
I scared her. I thought, well, she sounded like I stepped on her, but I think I just scared the pants off her. Poor old gal. So I already painted. I'm going to just do this to remind my brain mostly. Oh, and I kind of like that. I'll do that over here. Okay, so that, let's just make it, could be pink or purple. You could just stick with pink. I don't think there's red crocuses. Could Google it. Actually, these days there's probably could be anything. I don't know how they do that with seeds, where they get new variations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to paint this petal in so I can see it. I've got some magenta on the ferrule of my paintbrush that's going to get me in trouble. And I'm just going to grab some purple. I changed the butterfly from the Traceable, or the bee from the Traceable, and did one of my bean-shaped bees.
Your bean bees.
But there's a different bee on that Traceable. Let's see, I tossed it on the floor. If you want something a little different. It has segments.
Oh, okay.
I tried to put it on a shelf, but it fell. Didn't make it. So that's dry brush blending. Just kind of letting it run out and just kind of really lightly. That kind of worked. Woohoo! So do I talk about what I'm excited about him now that I could tease him and not talk about it?
What you did today?
What I did today?
Yeah.
We could just leave him hanging. You know?
No, you talk about it.
So the short story is I'm old and I have arthritis.
But we thought it was the knees.
Yeah, that's okay. It's hips. We I wasn't going to get into it.
Get in the weeds. We love the weeds.
All right. Yeah, I thought it was my knees for quite a long time. Gosh, I still haven't figured out how long. I thought it was like my T-band, if you guys are familiar with that. And then when I moved, I thought it was my meniscus. Turns out it's just referred pain from my hips. I'm like, oh.
No one was right. None of our guesses.
Well, I'm kind of wired funny. Like the few times I've had like dental work, or I'm like, no, you need to do the other side, and they're like, no, and I'm like, yeah, you do, you know.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I'm wired that way, but I'm pretty sure my right hip's the worst. But it was the left outside of my knee that hurt for all those years.
Yeah.
But I don't think that crosses over. I don't know anatomy. Anyway,
yeah.
Now we're really in the weeds and too much information. So I'm like kind of upset for half a minute. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look at e-bikes online.
And Saturday, that's what we...
That was one of the things Emily and I did Saturday when we were shopping. We went and looked at e-bikes.
Which I love that... I mean, I think it's fine if... Do you think... Can I say, like... Not literally where...
I gave up. I almost gave away a location just a little bit ago.
Well,
do what you think's
what
best.
I love is that the e-bike shop we went to is attached to, like, a bike, like a Ducati bike store.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I thought that was, and to me, a little funny. Like
they're owned by the same person.
Yeah, we're strolling up into this like Ducati store, not to get a Ducati, but to get an e-bike for you, and it looks basically like a moped, so it's even funnier.
They probably figure they saw me. I wasn't looking for a Ducati.
Yeah.
Get out of the car, stretched because I'm stiff. Anyway, so we looked at them. I didn't test drive one. The one I decided that fit me the best, they're waiting for a part to come in because they borrowed a part from it for, a different customer. So I went and test drove it today and bought one. It's like a moped, if you guys remember mopeds. I mean, you can pedal. Actually, it's better than a moped.
Yeah.
Because when my friend and I, there weren't supposed to be two people on the moped, and we would get on that moped and try to go up a little hill, she would just pedal as hard as she could. This one, you just push the throttle and zip. You can go right up the hill if you don't want to work.
Yeah. Yeah, after your doctor's appointment, I got a call, and it was basically like, it's not my knees, it's my hips, and they said I can't walk on cement or whatever anymore.
I wonder if that's because it's my back, too.
I bet. And then...
I think it's because it's my back besides my hips.
And then, like 4 hours later in the day, you start saying... I start getting... I either called you about something or texted you about something, and you're already talking about e-bikes.
I came home and I didn't do any work. I didn't paint. I just started looking at e-bikes online, reading about them, looking at stores, local stores.
You got to be able to get around the neighborhood and look at those flowers.
Well, yeah, I like going out, getting out of the house every day. I could take a drive in a car, but it's not the same as being outside. And it was a darn good excuse, right, to go get an e-bike. You know what I kept telling myself is like, I don't really treat myself. I don't really treat myself. I don't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So this place will deliver. They'll pick up for service.
Yeah, that's what I like, because the second he said how heavy it was, I was like, if Chase or I are unable to lift this, you and I are not lifting it, or like maybe you and Chase could lift it, but do they...
Yeah, I have a hard time even scooting it when I test drove it.
Do they help you with that?
It has walk assist, but he said it's kind of weird. But, you know, I didn't buy the brand he liked the best. So, does anybody has an e-bike? Let me know. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you've learned. I bought I think it's 20-inch, so small wheel, but fat tire. Small frame bike. Mm-hmm. Fat tires because it'll be cushier.
Yeah.
And it was just darn cute with the brown sidewalls.
Help you with the...
I need to paint to talk about my bike.
Oh, and it's technically 631.
Oh, okay.
But also fat tire. I mean, I know there's shocks on the thing, but like it helps you if you go over a bump and not hurt your back.
Well, it occurred to me after I test drove and it was a very bumpy parking lot. I'm thinking, oh, I need a cushier seat. I'm like, oh, you know, I used to ride bike as a kid, and as a young adult, we had a bugger on the back for my oldest son, Jack. I don't think. Did you ever ride in a bugger?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I used to bike a lot. I'm like, oh, just stand up a little bit. You know, there's a bump.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, it was so much like a moped or a little scooter, I kept forgetting to treat it like a bike.
Mm-hmm.
A bike with a throttle.
Yeah, I remember going around the trail at the old house. The old house.
Oh, yeah, okay. I could not remember. I'm just thinking value and it's lifting up.
Well, you could take a break if you need to.
Yeah, I will, after I get some of this on.
Back to the weather.
Nobody's interested in e-bikes.
Gravy was talking in the chat, and he said that, in reply to somebody else, but he says, yes, I can't believe how bad the wind gets around Halloween, too. I haven't been able to decorate my porch like I used to. They end up down the street. That happened. Yep. I thought I get those little, like, I got those foam little tombstones.
Oh, those, yeah, they're so
And I thought
cute.
they all blew away. And then I found them, because we're also done mowing by that point, and we don't have a gate on that side of our fence. And I just happened to go over there for something, and I found them all, like, blown down into, like, the dent, the little, like, divot by our fence. By the backyard.
That's the upside of the fence. It'll catch things.
Yeah, it did catch it, which is nice.
It was not always nice when it catches garbage, but...
And Gravy says, I used to ride my roommate's moped. I think I heard all the jokes. Laughing face.
Yeah, they were... I didn't care. It was fun. I mean, it wasn't my moped, but...
Dee said, my neighborhood has a Facebook page, so we can keep track of all of our porch decorations that get blown away.
Oh, smart.
I don't remember it being this bad years ago.
Smart and nice.
Yeah, it's been so windy.
I think the storms are stronger in general. I don't, you know, just experience.
I think it's also one of those...
we had such a dry May last year, now we're having such a wet one.
Well, I think it's... What are those called? Like the...
Oh, like La Nina, El Nino?
Yeah, we're in El Nino, I think, right now, which is a wetter one, which makes sense for all the rain.
That could be what it is.
I don't know if it's so much makes sense for all the crazy storms, but...
Was it the most tornadoes ever now?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I have the news on in the morning, but I don't really always listen. Record year or something. We shouldn't talk about it. Make it happen. Okay, I'm going to stop here, honey. I haven't forgotten.
I'm not superstitious.
Yeah, I guess I'm not really either. It's getting there. My cardboard's warped in the water. Now you guys can see why it takes so long to paint a simple painting. Okay, I just want to take a second and thank Donna G. She sent money through PayPal. She's also a channel member.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then someone from Bloomington, Minnesota bought a print of my Nebraska skies. I called it Sage Right because it was, two paintings that can go together.
Oh, like, yeah.
Like a diptych?
Yep.
I couldn't think of the word. She's bought the right side, but that's why it's tight. And then sage, because it has a lot of sage green in it, or that was one of the main colors. Anyway, thank you, whoever in Bloomington, Minnesota, for buying the prints through my store.
Hey.
The link to my store is in, gosh, probably all my videos descriptions, all the halfway newer ones. It has pixels, like ann-troe.pixels.com. Anyway, thank you guys. Super appreciate the support.
Gravy says, looks good, Annie, with
Thanks.
the, like, okay emoji.
It's getting there. I gotta quit talking about bikes and pick up the pace. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I saw that.
It's kind of a dorky grandma bike.
And
then I've got like a rad biker helmet because that's all you can find.
I showed Chase the bike, and then I showed him the helmet, and I think I showed him the helmet that was in there last night.
I like that helmet better, but I didn't get that one.
And he loved that there's pre-attached sunglasses or something.
That's why I'm getting it. Well, and there's other brands, but this brand had the UV 400. Because I'm like, if I'm going to wear
those
it.
peepers.
Yeah. But that way I have like some clip-ons for an old pair, which looks just as old,
Yeah. We could
This
wear
way
any
I can
glasses.
just wear whatever glasses I can just go.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you need to book it right out of here, you just keep the glasses you got on and go.
Just go. Start to Google places near me, see if they have some place to lock up the bike.
I think
it really kind of hits my Vespa vibes too a little bit.
Yeah, because you always joked that, like, if you got old enough and we took the keys away, you would just buy a Vespa.
Tool around the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Well, I think I got old enough.
But
but I got an e-bike instead.
Yeah, but I keep telling everyone I'm just gonna see next door something or other, like someone come get their mom, like she is speeding too fast around the neighborhood. Like I'll see those on Nextdoor.
Oh, instead of the darn kids, will be the darn grandma.
Yeah, I'll see them on Nextdoor, mostly about kids that are like on the little motor scootery things. Like, they're going too fast, they need to slow down. And I'm gonna see that about you.
Uh-huh.
Is someone's mom lost in the neighborhood?
You're gonna want to change your last name. That's why you're probably going to change your last name, huh?
Yeah.
I just keep kind of playing with this.
I like that. That's pretty.
It is. It's very rainbowy.
Do you think you can get pulled over on an e-bike?
Can you get pulled? If you can get pulled over on a bicycle, you can get pulled over on an e-bike.
I guess.
I got some speed going on it. I'm like, I'm never going to need top speed. I'm just not going to. Because he was saying I won't be able to keep up with people because I have small tires.
Yeah.
And, the guy was very helpful and he was correct. I'm like,
You ain't going top speed anyway.
I'm not going to go.
Yeah, 20 miles an hour feels different outside of a car than inside of a
Yes,
car.
it does. But I like you can kind of zip across the street pretty easy. He was complaining about the brand. Oh, I got a mock wheel, MOKWHEEL. He liked the Aventins, I think is how you say it. And again, he knew more than I did, and he's right. But this one kind of has a little more go with the assist, which I like. I'm hoping I will be able to figure it out. I did test all 7 gears, so I can get some exercise rather than just putz around.
Yeah.
I went back to the bike. We can go back to painting.
Okay, let's go back to painting.
I was going to work dark to light, and then I kind of went light to dark here. Let's make this one a little more purple. So when you add white to a color, it becomes more opaque. There, that's much more on point. Comment. I'm going to cover up my yellow there, or orange, or whatever color that is.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
So I'm more concerned about value than the color. Values do the work. It's not flowing for me. Just grabbed a little bit of water. There we go. There we go. I want some green in here too. If she puts more purple, I can cover it over with green. So I'm kind of thinking coolish on the bottom right, warmish on the top left. I can't wait till it comes. I bought a toy.
You bought a toy?
I've been kind of itching to buy a toy for a while. Have you noticed that?
No.
I was kind of thinking new phone when I thought my phone...
Oh, when you thought your phone was fried or whatever?
After I was like upset and I'm like, new toy. I'm glad my phone didn't die now.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't have gone to the doctor.
You would have saved yourself so much money all the way around.
Just all the way around. I thought it was my niece.
Yeah.
Ignorance is sometimes okay. I don't know. You know, you never know. That's kind of funny. I couldn't wait to call you. Guess what?
Melania says, hit the like button and comment when the video is posted. It helps the algorithm for her channel. Thank you all. Her channel needs to get out there. Many beautiful tutorials.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's so fun to share my art journey with you guys. And the best part is there's no pressure to join the Facebook group, but I love seeing what you guys are doing in the Facebook group. I make sure I at least like everything. Right now, it's the end of the month, so I've got a comment in there. I pinned it. If you want to be the channel art for the month of June, you can post one painting in there. I just have random.org pick the comment. I just count up how many original comments there are. I don't count mine. And then I just have random.org pick a number between 1 and whatever. Just like I do for the giveaway. I painted over orange just to see what that's going to do. I kind of like this off color I've got on that edge. Kind of fun. I'm painting orange crocuses, but that's okay. Because the gallery wants them to look different, so I'm definitely getting different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by the time I get done playing with it, I could end up with almost the same thing.
Yeah.
Make the backgrounds different. That really helps. I think I might like... So this has more of the bright aqua green in it. That's out of the tube. No, what is it called? Vivid lime green. And this has more of the bright aqua green. That color. You could mix a light aqua with a phthalo blue and get close. I'm like looking at that. Why is that sitting there? How much time? I'm really putzing. I think I'm gonna look really silly in that bike helmet.
I think it'd be great.
Well, and it was one of the few that I could order a size that was to fit. I measured my head, you know.
You measured your head?
Uh-huh. Well, I was a little worried because I think I tried on a teenage helmet at the store, didn't I?
No, that was just like everybody, once your head's done growing size.
Oh, okay.
It was adult.
Well, hopefully this helmet fits then. I measured it. I'm still on the small end. I didn't go looking. I should have looked at kids' helmets. I probably could fit one.
Ruby says, binge watching several videos in a row is supposed to promote the channel as well.
Yes, let them run, even if you're not watching them. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube likes it if you... My average view time is 6 minutes. Which I don't know if that's good or bad.
Neither do I.
I don't know. Well, sometimes people just think, you know, watch a little like, oh, that's not what I'm looking for, you know.
Kay says, I think the blue looks great against the orange and the crocus flower.
Kind of hitting it compliments. Yeah, that might be too orange for me. I might have to knock that down just because I don't think there's orange crocuses.
And Dee says, I love her backgrounds.
Thanks. One of my favorite too.
Mm-hmm.
So relaxing. Keep it simple.
Sell paintings that are only backgrounds.
I totally could. Just make them abstract, you know?
Yeah.
Probably should do that. They'd go quicker. Hey,
Hi.
Freckles. Freckles is my cat.
Freckles. Oh.
We think she's 18.
Oh my goodness.
She was adopted when she was maybe 2, 3, 4, somewhere in there.
She just, like, we can't show people, but, like, she just crossed her paws over her face and did, like, one of those stretches that's so big you, like, shake a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, like the good stretch. Open, she's back asleep.
She likes how hot this room is.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of the old studio.
Yeah. Old stretch again.
I need a little water. How do I know it's not flowing as much as I want?
She is so long.
She's pretty skinny. She shouldn't have all that hair.
Yeah, she is skinny. But she's like so, like that's how like Mango sleeps a lot. She gets so long. She stretches out.
She's quite helpful.
Gravy says, meow, Freckles, lol.
Yeah.
Dee says, I always struggle with the backgrounds. I have trouble keeping them loose and out of focus. That's a good way to describe that.
Yeah.
Out of focus.
Yeah, because I get some soft blends. You can even get that if it dries on you, you just have a close value change. I don't think I linked my backgrounds in this video's description. If anybody wants it, you can comment, message me. I might make a little red here. Sorry I talk so much about the e-bike. I am curious if people know anything about it. Just message me.
Yeah.
I like hanging with everybody.
You're going to have to form a
I like having people come
Artist
to work
Who
with me.
E-Bike page. And then you can art.
I think there might be like 2.
Then you can art while you e-bike, you know?
That sounds difficult. I suppose you could put paint on the tires.
Yeah, put paint, or, you know, keep it in your basket and
splash it around.
Paint on the go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a basket on the front. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I might take it to go buy milk or something, but I buy too many groceries for it to fit in the basket. I suppose I could go more often to the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's orange. I want kind of a red. Better to sneak up on it with a quinacridone. Well, it's okay. You could scrape it off and start again kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to go heavy-handed and I have way too big of a puddle. And also I don't have here, you know, it'd be easier if I turn it and my palette knife won't get in my black. That's still not red. I think I'm being too cautious. I've done it where I have the biggest puddle because I've started with way too much of the strong color. I would assume in every paint brand your yellow is your weakest or less. I don't know if it's less pigmented. The pigment isn't as strong. There we go. Now I got a red. Are you warm, honey? I am warm.
I'm fine. It is warm, but I'm in tank top and shorts. I'm fine.
I'm thinking it's just too colorful. Oh, it's not so bad on the stream.
Yeah, it doesn't. Looks good. Excuse me.
I mean, could you look to see what color crocuses come in?
Yes,
Now that I'm on my 4th painting of one.
Yes, ma'am. Good time to look.
I know they come in kind of like a purple.
Crocus flower. Yeah, there's purple is the immediate flower that pops up.
Yeah.
Crocus flower colors.
I could make it more purple.
Let's see here. It looks like there's a pink, and it's more of a purple pink. It's a cool toned pink. There's blue.
Oh, there's blue.
There's like a blue purple, but that could also be maybe photoshopped. Purple. There's a yellow. There looks like one that's like yours.
Nice. Is it easy to see?
I'm gonna Google the full name. Let's see. Crocus flower. K-R-O. Oh, jeez.
I got too dark. I don't like that. I'm going to use straight up quinacridone. I should have just done that after I mixed all that.
Oh, maybe most of them are yellow. Like, there's like this one.
Oh, I could have done yellow. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I could have done yellow.
You could have done Lelo.
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 I think I'm the one of my siblings that said Lelo. My cat, we're kind of, I don't know if you can hear us kind of chuckling. My cat's making funny noises.
She's groaning and... You good for
At least she didn't do the wind down yawn. That's the funniest.
Oh, she's scenting my toe.
Okay, now that I did that, I'm not all that happy. Let's take some yellow.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah, there's not really any straight up pinks like that.
No, well, this is almost rainbow.
Yeah.
Oops. Oops, oops, oops. I got too much water.
A lot of purple. Like a lot of purple. Hi.
I should have done just purple.
Lots of yellow.
You don't
saffron.
I mean, you don't have to.
You know that color.
But I've noticed, like, if I kind of don't go too far off the mark, they sell quicker.
Saffron crocus.
I bet the yellows would be pretty.
Yeah, the yellows are pretty. Purple seems to be the poppin' color.
See, this might be kind of pretty. Just kind of come back with a muddy, some glazing with the yellow. Even though it's kind of wet, you can, oops, you probably couldn't see that. Just kind of glazing with the yellow here. I want that edge to show.
Oh, there might be red ones.
And then kind of think about the shape of the thing. Just like this is like a bird belly. Or a pear. I've talked about pears before. I think I like the warmer a little bit better there.
It looks like there's some reddy ones. Not as common, but red, purple, yellow, white, blue.
It's not rainbow ones. I think I like that though. I keep doing it. This one's more purple with kind of some orange highlights. Here we go. We already do a screenshot of that one.
Gravy says, I see the art in the park advertising for June and July. Annie Troe, do you participate?
Oh, no. I assume that's in Omaha.
Yeah, I've seen it.
This is the last year for the Exarban the art fair that's been moved to Exarban. It used to be downtown. They just can't get people to do it.
But is the Rockbrook fine?
No, that's a different one.
But that one's still...
That one's still at
goes.
Rockbrook.
Okay. Oh, that's a bummer.
Omaha Art Festival. I can't remember what it's called.
The park. Art in the park.
You know, if it's outside, probably not. I could. I don't want to get a tent or rent a tent. I don't want to lug it down. I don't want to worry about the weather. I don't want to get insurance. I'm a negative Nelly when it comes to outside art things. I love to go to them, and I go to them, but I don't necessarily want to show on them.
I think it's just you go and paint and do things. Like you go do your own art.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, if I remember what it is.
Oh, that I might do.
Let me see.
I really should probably move on to the green. I'm just playing. A little purple maybe, make it less pink. I'm going to just leave that alone and see what I think. Oh, I'm going to put some white in so I don't forget, and then we'll move on to the green. We can always come back because we got to do the bee too. So one thing I discovered I liked, I think, because I painted, a year ago I painted more of these, is the little white highlights around the tips. So I'm going to put some of those in.
Looks like the Hot Shops put some on.
Oh. Oh, they've been having some down at the new Jean Leahy Mall. Maybe that's where it is. Oh, that's really close to the downtown gallery I sell in. Oh, I should go do that. Thanks for the idea. And that really dried down. All that white got darker. When I say dried down, I mean darker. Oh, I don't know if I'm twisting it. I'm out of frame. Okay, if it's everywhere, it's nowhere. Try to make myself stop. I'll put one right there. Stop. Maybe I'll do a little bit on the bee to get a layer on it and then do the... Oh, I like how juicy that is. Regardless of whether that looks like a crocus color, I like how juicy and round and more than the purple. I like that red coming forward. How dry my voice sounds. Try and swallow quietly. Okay, so let's go down. I could probably do with that brush, but let's just go down to this little 3/0. It's already frayed out and fuzzy. They just don't, those little ones just do not last very long. But you get a little paint in them and you'll know when you get angry at it enough times. It's time to get rid of it. Enough times. Put a little stripe of orange. I'm just going to straight up grab some yellow. What's nice is I can go over into the gray because I'm going to paint black in there. Doesn't really show either. And this is what's nice about live is I can twist and twist and twist. Cool beans. I saw some really fun paintings today in the Annie Troe Art Friends Facebook group. Kind of forgot about it for a couple days. I got a little self-absorbed. I think you guys kind of figured that out from my earlier conversation. And I'm like, we need to change the...
It did consume you for like at least a whole day.
A whole day. And I'm like, oh, we need to change the group art. So it got me back to planet Earth. Well, I wanted to read about them. Like, how do you fix them? How do you deal with? I'm gonna go on about it again if I don't be careful. Oops, I kind of painted outside the lines. I was thinking about leaving a little gray on the top, but it might be too light. It isn't, just personal preference, too light. Let me make it a little darker. I like those little pill shaped. I know that might be too dark. I think we leave it. Don't worry about it. I do overthink. So I just kind of lay it down and flick. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But my background's been dry for a couple days, so I could wipe it off. That's one thing nice about that. And light touch, if you can. Sometimes I get fat legs.
So cute.
Those are pretty darn good legs. I don't like the antenna, but that's pretty darn good legs.
I love that. Gravy says so many good subscriptions for the page art. I think for the...
Oh, yeah. So many comments slash entries. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Well, I was so glad I realized, oh, it doesn't need to be my art in there on the banner. The only thing is that it confuses me when I change it. I'm like, is that the group?
Yeah, it does get me too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So that part's annoying, but I would rather feature somebody else.
Yeah, I like that. It's
I do
fun.
too. I thought it was so funny that it took me a while to figure that out. So I'm just going to paint green. I might want that darker. We'll just see. Can you see? Man frame. It's not flowing like I want. Oh, I was like, where did I grab the... Oh, it can be really good to always poke the same size so you have a more clean paint to grab from. I tend to get lazy and poke from the closest side. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying I'm not the best example all the time.
I like him.
I like how, like, it's a strong little happy pop.
Yeah.
It'd make a cute little greeting card.
It would.
Oh, someone posted, I don't know, on social media. They wanted to paint the flowers I did with the big sunflower. I took the photo, and so they're going to paint it, and they wanted to sell just the original on something. They gave me all kinds of details, and they would give me credit. They were so nice. And I felt so bad, but I'm like, well, you know, it's copyrighted, and I licensed to manufacturers. I'm just sure that one will get licensed. I mean, that totally could be a greeting card, a garden flag. And manufacturers don't like it if someone else is making money off of something they're trying to make money off of. So I told her I wouldn't do that. I could tell by the way she set it all up, told me all the details. I felt bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you can paint it. I wouldn't sell it. I don't know. You know, I have to give you the best advice. You guys do what works for you. You know, do what's best for you. And if a manufacturer happens to see it for some odd reason and comes after you, it's not my, you know, then I told you don't.
Yeah.
I would hate for them to bother you. But anyway, I think that was just today I saw that. Isn't that kind of fun? I'm just, you know, I'm not so worried about blending. Just, that's kind of a pretty little leaf. It doesn't need it, but I just kind of noticed that I was doing it. I should stop while I'm ahead. Probably just as well I don't remember the name.
I like the little bud one too.
I loved it
cute.
pinker. It's kind of cute. I like having all these greens to kind of just play with. You know, we didn't have any, so I just had a giveaway on Facebook. And I do it on Facebook because then I don't miss anybody. So I just do it on the one platform. We didn't have any scammers.
Yes.
And Emily's like, well, what do you have in the hashtags? I had like giveaway, art giveaway. I'm like, oh, so I took those out. Now I don't know.
I think that's totally how they're finding you.
I think you're right.
Because how are they going to find you, you know?
Yeah. Well, I got all kinds of weird spammers.
Yeah.
Oh, for a while there, my phone was blowing up. Well, it's because I answered it because I didn't, if it's a 402 number anymore, and it's like, oh, the doctor's office or the accountant or whoever, you know, and I'm waiting for a phone call. Oh, it was my car. I was waiting for a phone call on. You know, you answer, and then they go, oh, a live one, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh. Anyway, we didn't have any. I hate when those people do that. It's like, don't wreck our fun. Don't mess with people.
They're definitely fun suckers.
Yeah.
What's that from?
Is that Freaky
You're
Friday?
A fun sucker. Oh, yeah.
Is it with Jamie Lee Curtis? And
Yeah, I
Lindsay
can hear
Lohan?
Jamie Lee Curtis saying that she's a fun sucker.
There's one I should watch again. I like that one.
I like that one too.
I'm just playing with Streaky. Oh, here, maybe you see better if I lift it up. Playing with Streaky. Hopefully I'm staying in frame. Let Emily know if I've drifted off. She'll let me.
You're good.
She'll let
I
me
haven't
know.
noticed.
No, I think that's, I mean, I spent more time on them, but that's kind of fun. I just put almost one, I think I put one color on the other leaves, and I covered them up and couldn't really see them. That's kind of fun. I like. See, to me, that's the whole point of painting. Right there is like I kind of just get into this little leaf and playing with it. I don't need to.
Yeah.
And I don't make a bunch of money when I get into the minutia like that, but cause I don't sell these. I sell these this size for $35. I'm like, that's fun. It's kind of my biggest worry is how many little smearies am I gonna do? My biggest decision. Okay, let's just make a, maybe I'll make mix. I always mix with my brush. I probably shouldn't. It'd be better to eat. I'd be nicer to my brushes if I didn't make them work so hard. Pretty big palette for me. I mean, I could have mixed the purple instead of using a tube of purple. Pretty big palette meaning I put out more colors than I usually do. It's the same size palette, same size plate. Yeah, I think that might be light enough. It's going to go a little darker. Let's just see if that'll work. I've got a pretty dark background. Okay, I'm going to grab a little water because I want it to flow. You just keep playing and practicing, and I miss the mark quite a bit on all aspects of painting. Make all kinds of mistakes. But you get to figure out, you start to figure out how to fix them if you're new to painting. So kind of, it's thicker than milk, but I kind of like that I put on all of them, I put one in there. And I don't know if you saw my hand slip, but it really didn't matter. I had it anchored here with my pinky and it kind of slid anyway. And it's thin, so it's gonna look darker. We'll just see what we think. And then what I do sometimes I think, okay, I want one, doesn't matter what color, but I want one that, I'm gonna draw this one and here I could turn it, I forget. You can't get a good stroke or you can draw it in pieces. That's totally fine. And that actually can be kind of neat, like it has segments to the plant. You don't have to always, yeah, that's drying down. I'm gonna put another coat on it. You don't always have to get it right in one stroke. But that's at a better angle, so I can. I could turn it upside down too. Kind of like the segmented one. Okay, and then I usually have another strong one. We'll make it a different color, if I remember, that points. You don't have to do this, but I always like to kind of, like he's kind of looking like he's gonna go out of the frame, but this one leads you back in, that kind of thing. I always kind of try to lead you around and keep you here. It's just a thing I do. I want you to, when you're looking at it, I want to grab you with the color, especially since this is a little painting, and then with some of the motion, so that you don't go on to the other artists in the gallery's painting. Now that's really overthinking it, but it's also, whoops, we'll just leave that happy accent. It's not a bad idea either. The color grabs them. Like this one, it's just, especially these little ones, the color just grabs you. And it makes me happy. Lots of reasons. And also I think I put fewer grass blade things in this version I did a year ago. I'd have to go look again. I think I'm gonna swipe that one the wrong way, so to speak. People look at the bottom, so I paint the bottom. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I felt like I want one there. Off camera, or if I have time, I'll paint some on the sides. We might have enough light green. I'm feeling it. If I'm commenting on it, I'm feeling it. Emily just chuckles at me every Wednesday.
I just like your comments.
Stream of thought. I'm not thinking bad things about anybody.
Yeah, they just roll right out of your mouth.
It would. It would. It would roll right out of my mouth. Let's call it quits right now. Oh, those bee legs are one of my better. Sometimes. I'm going to use this little guy for the wings on the bee, and I'm going to let that set up for a minute. Oh, and take a drink, and I got 20 minutes.
You got plenty of putts in to do.
I realized we could stream forever, but people have things to do, and I don't want to, I'm trying to think of the adjective. I want to be mindful of your time. There's an adjective. I think. Grammar was not my strong suit, or English. Words. Oops. Nothing wrong with that. I just want a little thinner. A little more transparent. Emily had a big day.
Passion. Mm-hmm.
Did you have a pop?
I did. And usually I have like a third left before we're done, but it's already gone.
I haven't had a pop today. Caffeine. I got that too far over, but I think we'll just call it good. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
If it's everywhere, it's nowhere.
If it's everywhere, it's nowhere.
It's not applicable to what you were doing, but...
Well, no, more what I think of it really applied to putting. I played a lot of different sports.
You're putting everywhere, it's nowhere?
No, your first thought of how is it going to go up and to the right, up and to the left, around. Your first thought is your best thought. Your first strokes and thoughts are your best ones. I tend to overwork them.
Mm-hmm. I see.
I haven't quite applied that to painting yet because I can. You only get one putt. Mm-hmm. Well, you only get one putt at that location.
Yeah.
You can have 20 putts. Well, no, I don't know about that either.
Yeah.
But.
Gravy says, looking beautiful. See you next week. Later, Annie and Emily. Bye.
Thanks for stopping by. We love seeing you. He's so nice to come all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't think anybody would. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I know other streamers do this, but... Okay. So we need to have this one go the other way. So now I'm doing dark ones. You can change them and have them... here, since I'm talking about it, I could like take a lighter green and vary the color of it too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit it. I'm kind of wiggly. I'm just doing solid right now. Solid and on the thin side. That's the only thing I can't really, like if you're standing next to me, I could have you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that big a deal. You'll figure out. Just get in there and do it. You'll figure it out.
You could do it ghost style.
Yeah.
Or you like guide the paintbrush.
Yeah. Like the movie?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because doesn't he like help her with the thing or whatever?
Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore.
I mean, that's more romantic, but...
Yeah. Boy, I think I cried. I haven't watched that one forever.
Mm-hmm.
That one used to make me cry.
That one used to scare me.
Oh, those monsters in the window and he gets
when he gets smooshed in the window.
I
remember the first time I saw that, I was like, oh, jaw on the floor.
Yeah, that was pretty, especially depending on how little you might have been.
Elementary school.
Yeah.
Because I liked all those movies.
What kind of parent was I?
I don't know.
I like all those movies. You probably lied to me. Like, I'm fine.
Well, I think you were like, Emily, you're not going to close your eyes. You're not going to want to watch this part. And I just watched it through my, cracked fingers. You're not going to want to watch this part. Because I liked all those, I loved Grease and
those movies, yes.
Dirty Dancing. And that one's very esque. Like, of that,
Yes, I love all those, too. You'd think you were my age. Yeah, I love all those, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Mm-hmm.
I should watch that. For some reason, I'm shifting the color, probably because I'm talking. Oh, yeah, I wanted one. Okay, we'll do this. They're getting fat because they're not quite as thin, and I'm also a little heavy-handed. It's kind of a combo thing going on. Oh, you guys can't hear it, but there's birds outside my window. Oh, I should look up whether the dark, like black birds, not terribly big with the blue heads.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are cleaning me out.
They are cleaning you out.
I'm kind of glad I moved the window one off over to the fence.
Me too.
They were just leaving a bunch of stuff on the patio. I guess I could say bird poop, can I?
Bird poop.
I can say bird poop.
Dee says, I enjoyed the chat time. Time to enjoy Annie and Emily on the television and close YouTube on my iPad. Happy painting, everyone. Thank you and hope to see you next week.
Hey, Dee.
Thanks for hanging.
Thanks for stopping by. I feel like it's like great to see you. I feel like I see you guys. I like the chatter.
Yeah. Well, I see them, and I literally, like, sometimes
you do see
people
them.
change their profile pictures, and it takes me a minute to, like, catch on to, like, which person it is.
Yeah. Just like I'm changing the group.
Yeah.
There, so I have that one kind of pointing in. I might do another one. Oh, see, I got it really thin, which isn't bad. You can just see how thin that is. Almost looks a watercolory. But I'll get enough paint on this where you don't really need to worry about, oh, for a long time I was worried. I used to get so worried about getting my acrylics too thin. They're going to crack. And there's an article in the Facebook group that I think it's still pinned from Golden. I use Liquitex. And I think it talks about how much water you really can use. Super helpful. I stopped worrying after I read that. I should go read it again. I can't really remember the details. I probably have enough grass blades. I might put put this down. I put a few. Kind of keep crisscrossing. Now that's similar value to the background, which is okay. Make that a little taller if it'll show there. Oh, here. I don't always get the bottom perfect. Do I have enough grass? I'm going to stop and take a look. So there's a little delay. Oh, it looks darker on the stream.
Does it? Oh, it does.
Yeah, at least on my iPad.
It does look a little darker than real life.
It's a little redder.
I
don't mind it darker. Here.
No.
In case I forget. Still don't always remember to say how long a painting takes me and do a screenshot. But some people like that because then they'll paint from that. I get that. Oh, this brush would have been good. I have it sitting right here. I talked about the 1/4-inch knife. Okay, now we have to put in more leaf, more grass. How much time do I have? 12 minutes? More grass. Because I forgot to use this brush. I really like this one. I just loaded up with, that's why you don't mix with your brush. I just loaded up with so much paint. Let's see. I could put another one in here. Ooh, cuts like a knife. I mean, it really did. Much skinnier. Here, so I'm just trying not to make them all the same height, kind of vary them. A lot of times I don't have an example, I don't think. I don't think I do. I'll maybe have like a cooler greener and then maybe browns and over here, I'll kind of vary the grass. You don't have to. You can make it all the same. Well, that's fun. I could do a lot of those. It's thin, which is nice because then you don't get too fat. Where this one is actually thicker, especially if I push down on it and load it up. I don't know if you can tell. Oh, my hand's red. I'm looking for something to put it up against. Whereas this one, there's not a whole lot of thickness to it. I don't know if you could see that. Oh, you know what we could do too? I'm getting excited.
Susie says, it is beautiful.
Thanks. Put little black dots. I like dots.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have dots. See, I could do grass for an hour, 2 hours.
Don't tempt her with a good time. Yeah, I like those dots.
I know, I like the dots.
They're cute.
I could get in trouble. I've been known to get into trouble. Like, I'm kind of like where? That's why I'm kind of drawing in my mind. I'm gonna stop. I can paint more grass. Oh, one more. Oop, my arm on my left arm kind of slipped. Okay. We definitely have plenty of grass. I don't know if I like that black one in there. I did that. Oh, I've got 10 minutes though, don't I? I could play.
You got room to play.
So I painted this one a little faster. Not much. Let's So I had mixed, actually, let's do this. I really like this brush for the grass. So sometimes people say, well, what brush should I use for? And then I always send them, maybe that's why that cloud video, it started doing well on its own, but I also send a lot of people to it. It's like the best how to paint clouds, and I demo a bunch of different brushes and makeup brush and a palette knife. And I think I want that yellower. It doesn't matter. It's really the brush that you end up liking. And some days I like this brush and some days I don't like this brush. You know? I don't know if that makes any sense. And that's very frustrating because you kind of want to know. I tend to not use rake brushes or fan brushes because I will line those up like nobody's business. I really try to line things up. And I don't want to do that. So you can use those and I think they can work great. I just can't. I'll have regimented tree leaves, you know. I just can't seem to help myself. And then I'm mad. I'm going to put some yellow. I missed, but we're okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just come back. No, let's not. Try to keep them random. I kind of like that. I'm getting a lot of grass, but I kind of like it. Watch me not like it once the live's done. I'm not on top of it. That happens to me too. If I don't step away while I'm painting. I kind of lost this leaf, but I don't know if I really care or mind. Well, let's stop. Let's not put more yellow in. Okay, Emily. If it's everywhere,
it's nowhere.
That's why I stopped with the yellow. Okay, I want to put some dots in. I think we want white dots. Oh, this one. You know what I forgot? I did it on this one. Before I put my grasses in, I just put some purple hints of more flowers. I got grass obsessed and I forgot about it. I could kind of put them in, but I didn't do it on this one. This is the one I've been looking at when I'm painting. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, you could do that if you wanted to hint at a few more flowers off in the distance. Just thin paint, kind of a medium value, depending on your background. If you want to really go back, make it a closer value to your background. Hopefully that helps a little. I forgot about those. Okay, I want to do some white dots. I'm looking at the end of my brush to see how big the dot's going to be. I think we'll go, oh, that one's bigger. You can use the brushes. But Emily and I learned this when we worked for a paint your own pottery place for a while. And kids love doing this. You just dip the end of the brush in the paint. And it makes great dots and everybody's happy. So it's like where my paint's drying a little bit. That's why I'm poking in it so much. Okay, so I'm doing this because I'm going to want to line them up. Let's put one down here. Oh, you could splatter. I don't know if I'm going to splatter, but you could splatter. Those bee wings, that's one of my better bees. In my opinion only. You guys don't have to agree. I kind of want to put one around the bee. Maybe we'll put one off his backside. It's kind of weak. These dots can stick up if you get enough paint on them. They'll have a little texture to them. Here, I've got a white issue here. So I put a little water on my palette knife. Try to stir it up a little bit. You can use this stuff. I really like it. I've stopped using it because I got tired of cleaning the nozzle, so it'll work as I drop it. It's palette wetting spray. You might like it. Could also just mist it. A little bit of water. This was an eyeglass cleaner bottle I cleaned out. Emily, give me some, I don't know what it was, setting spray or something.
Yeah, it was once upon a time a makeup setting spray.
I tossed out one, but I've got the other one at my other.
I'll have another soon.
Yeah, there's no rush. I really like that one. That's a nice mist.
It is a fine mist.
I just stuck my thumb in paint. That's what the delay is. I don't want to get it on my painting. Oh gosh. So someone had asked me, this one's pretty neat, but they were worried that the back of their painting wasn't neat. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be. Better to go up and cover the edge. I'm gonna look and see if this one's messier. This one's messier. I've not had any problems with that. It actually is, nothing says it says hand painted, that having a little bit of paint that runs over the side, just in case you're curious what it is. Okay. You know, sometimes I get sidetracked so easily, but it's not a bad thing, necessarily. I think it's stuff to tell you guys, or questions that other people have asked. I'm making these thicker and stick up more is all I'm doing. Because I like that. Because I'll put a clear gloss layer on it, because I just like to do that. And then I put permanent satin varnish on it, and people will feel them. Especially if I do, like the geranium, I end up putting structure gel on it, on a couple of the petals.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, yeah, it's right there. And it turned out darker. I'm still not crazy about the color of the geranium.
I like him.
And what happens is when I'm not crazy about it, it sells right away. It's just the funniest thing. Yeah, I thought the texture was kind of fun. I think I'm going to sign it here.
Cute.
I love dots. I'm going to have too many. I can feel it already. I probably should stop.
Hold back.
Okay, so I got one there, and I've got one there. So do I go out here, or do I try to squeeze in?
Restrain.
Squeeze in. Okay, we're going to call that good.
I have to hold you back.
Oh, gosh, you do. Are you scared that I have a bike?
A little bit.
Are you really?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I haven't ridden a bike in so long.
Chase kept giggling about
I got
thinking
rid
you
of my 10-speed. I don't know. Dad still had his.
Yeah. Chase was giggling about thinking about you on an electric bike.
Oh, God, with that, like, BMX biker helmet, and then I got the granny basket.
Yeah. Thinks you're going to be a menace on the streets.
I think it's funny, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to use my little notebook here and
give it a little test.
Yep. I don't know if this is going to be a decent color for it to show up. Might be too much the same. A light touch and it won't splatter so much. Oh, I can lose it a little over there. Oh shoot, now I'm blobbing. Oh, and you can't see my dots. I'll have to come back with some white.
Oh, yeah.
We'll come back with some white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, screenshot.
Ching.
Slightly different one. I think did we do a green one for a screenshot? In case somebody just zooms to the end. Here's a green one. It's not square, I'm sure. I can't really see it. And then, as I mentioned, if you want some more flowers in it, they're just hints of flowers. I just swiped. So screenshot. That way you can get them all in one spot. So fun to hang out with you guys. I'm going to peek at the chat. Oh yeah, I got paint. I want to paint some grass and a couple dots on the sides. So I'll probably walk Emily out and then I'll forget about it. So we'll at least do that. Oh, look at everybody. Hey, Susie. I think Dee left, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So gravy. Okay, we'll say goodbye. Let me know if you give this one a try. I love chatting with you guys. I appreciate it so much. Super appreciate your support. We couldn't do this without all of you guys. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.